Good morning, friends. It's Terrific Tuesday. Happy week. Hope you're all having a great one so far. Today, we're going to work on the flowers and frames pillow. We've finished both sides of the pillow and we're ready to start assembling. Hopefully, it'll work out. I've kind of estimated how big I think I need this square, but we're going to play it by ear here. We might have to add another row or two to this square. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Hey, Kristen, good morning. Danny Lee, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Little Red, good morning. I know, isn't it pretty? This is the Flowers and Frames pillow. I'm using the Flowers and Frames pattern by our friend Leapin' Llamas. Hey, Marcia, good morning. Welcome in. So I have one side here. This is the other side, and I still have my yarn attached. So what I'm thinking we need to do first thing is see if we can get this pillow kind of pinned into place and if it fits. So I never know with these. So let's get our stitch markers here this morning and see if this little guy can get pinned into place. What in the holy stitch marker? Look at me, so special this morning. If it fits, then we'll just go ahead and carry on and sew this guy together. Let's try pinning the corners here. Always fun to get a project almost finished. Hey, Kazi, good morning. Vielka, good morning. Joan, how are you, friend? Miss Mary, good morning. This is a 16-inch pillow insert. 16-inch. I got this off of the Zon. I bought a 2-pack. And I made one already that's in the county fair. Today's an exciting day because you know what, guys? It's fair day. Mr. Wheeler and I have a date night tonight. I've been looking forward to it. I entered the county fair stuff a while ago, like a week and a half ago. And tonight's the night we go down and see how we did. So it's a big day here for me. I always look forward to going down to the county fair. We don't do the rides or anything like that, but I like going through and seeing the animals. I'm really looking forward to seeing the quilts again this year. The talent of the quilt makers here in my area is absolutely incredible. Hey, Mom, good morning. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Welcome in. We're trying to get this pillow finished up here this morning. I'm only going to be probably on for about an hour today, guys. My work is really busy. So we'll see how far I can get in an hour, but that's what we've got planned for today is getting this pillow assembled. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just pinning these two sides together. I want to make sure that this square kind of fits. You want it to be snug so that it looks nice around the pillow. I think it's going to be all right. It's looking like it's going to be all right. What is that? What is happening there? Oh my goodness, look at that stitch. Can we just tuck that to the inside and no one will be the wiser? I don't know what that is happening there. Oh, look. Just like magic, it's gone. It's gone. Hey, Randa, good morning. Krista said my job system went down yesterday. Glad I wasn't there to witness that, right? Yeah, there was something going on with the Zon servers. A lot of our applications were down as well yesterday, Kristen. So I felt that with my job for sure. But hopefully it's all back up this morning. It came back up. We use an application called Asana. It's like a project tracking. We use it for our design team. So all of the projects that I had in there to get designed, I couldn't get access to the files. It was a whole thing yesterday. I know it wasn't just me. A lot of people were impacted by it. I think this is going to be a good size, y'all. It seems like it's fitting together here pretty good. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. I think we're in good shape here with this. So what I need to do is I need to cut off one side of this yarn. Let's cut off this side right here and finish this little edge since we think it's gonna fit. Where'd my crochet hook go? Here we are. Come here, little guy. Come here, little guy. Let's get this yarn snipped off. I'm gonna have to weave in this tail here. I still have the other yarn connected. I'm going to use that to sew around the square. Give ourselves kind of a tail here. All right, let's put this yarn off to the side. This ball is... I cut the wrong one, y'all. Did I cut the wrong one? Oh my goodness. I was hoping to keep this one. All right, well, that's all right. We still have this. That's going to be not fun to work with, right? That's all right. You know what they say, adapt and overcome. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Holly, good morning. Welcome in. Deborah, thank you so much for the heart me, my friend. Appreciate you being here this morning. All right, let's weave in this tail and get him out of the way. This is going to be my first project for the 2026 County Fair. This project is called the Flowers and Frames. It's a pattern that was created by Llamas. A lot of you know Miss Leah, one of my friends here. A lot of y'all follow her as well. But beautiful pattern. You can get this if you go to my bio in the tree. I have the pattern there for y'all. Hey, Dog Mama, good morning. Melissa, good morning. Welcome in, friend. We're working on the pillow this morning. We're going to try to get this project wrapped up. Tomorrow, we're going to do corner to corner. And then on Thursday, we're going to do market totes. I finished about 7 market totes over the weekend. So I'm excited to get those kind of wrapped up, and then I can give them for Christmas gifts. So that's a big accomplishment. I was feeling pretty proud of myself over the weekend, but Lordy, I weaved in so many tails, so many ends this weekend. I just kept going and going and going. It was never ending, I'll tell you. I kept getting mad. Who was the person that left all these tails behind? Oh yeah, that was me. That was me. Funny how that works, huh? We did, Miss Kristen, we did corner to corner last week because it's one of the new things that I learned. I've never made a corner to corner before, and now I'm on my third corner to corner. I finished 2 baby blankets corner to corner. They're going to be going down to the NICU down in Pensacola to my sister-in-law. But I'm on a roll with my corner to corner, so we're gonna work on one again tomorrow. Okay. What do you think? I think that's gonna be good when we get this all stitched up. It's gonna kind of stretch this out and make it look nice and snug. I think it's gonna be good, y'all. I think it's gonna be good. Okay. So this is where I left off right here. Let me see what's happening with this. Let's unpin this corner. I'm going to use this yarn to keep working. Oh, shoot. Here's another tail I missed. Let's weave in this little guy. I don't know how I missed that one. I thought I had them all. Well, you know, these tails. You know how it goes. Let's see if we can get this little guy out of the way. Get him finished off. How's everybody's week? Did you have a good weekend? What's everybody working on this week? Hey, just a Gen X girl. How's the packing and moving coming along? Hey, Jen. Good morning. Hey, Riz. Welcome in, friends. We're working on the pillow again today. If you missed seeing how I worked on this pillow, we did it every day last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can rewatch the replays over on my YT. My handle there is Wheeler 8 Acres. You can always go back and rewatch the lives. We are live this morning on both platforms, both on TikTok and over on YT. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let's pop out this little guy here. Let me put these extra stitch markers to the side. We don't need those. Look at all these stitch markers. Where's Leah when I need her to look at all these stitch markers I'm using? Hey, JT, good morning. Dana, good morning. Welcome in. We're trying to get our little pillow finished up here. So I think what I'm going to do when I stitch this around, guys, I think I'm just going to do a single crochet all the way around is what I think I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to go under both loops. We want this to be very secure all the way around our pillow. So we're going to be doing some single crochet here for a while. I'm just going to line up these stitches and sorry, I'm off screen. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate that. Let's see if that's any better. The pillow's kind of big in my lap, y'all. But I'm going to go under both sides and I'm going to go under the front and back loop and we're just going to do a single crochet all the way around this pillow. And just get these two sides kind of secured to each other. Very easy stitch, but I do want it to be kind of strong. So I think this will be good. Let's, so it's going to have kind of a little ridge there, but that's all right. We're going to come back. We're going to put a little scallop border on this. Dana K, level 19. Nice, my friend. Gen X, thank you for the autumn love. I made y'all some new stickers. This morning, I am using a G6 hook. This is a 3-weight yarn we're using today. And I'm just doing a little single crochet action all the way around this pillow. And we're just stitching these two halves together around our insert. Now, the insert I got off of the Zon, it's a 16-inch pillow insert. So I just kind of estimated how big I need these squares to be. But it's kind of poofy in my lap as we're working on it. So hopefully I won't go off screen too much, but it's kind of a bigger piece to work on for the live. That's all right. We're going to make her work, right? We're going to make it work. What do we think? That looks pretty good, huh? I'm digging that. I think that's nice looking. Let me pop out this stitch marker. Hey, Karen, good morning. Crystal, thank you so much for the autumn love, my friend. I appreciate that. It feels like autumn, y'all. I'll tell you, my feet are like 2 clumps of ice this morning. We're in the 40s here. I think it's 43 out right now. But it's kind of chilly. It's a little chilly out. I'm not sure I like the chilly, but the leaves in the pasture are starting to change. I do like that. So it's definitely feeling like fall here. Yesterday I had a dentist appointment. And when I was leaving, my appointment was at 8:45. So it's kind of early. I'll be darned, there was frost on the ground, friends. Wasn't a whole bunch of frost, but it was definitely frost out there. Arlene, thank you so much for sharing the live here. Tess, good morning. Chilly there too. I know it is beautiful when the leaves start to change. I love that as well. In Arizona, where I lived, it never really felt like fall. It kind of, it would just kind of go from hot to warmish, I guess you could say. Phoenix is always so hot. Beba Queen, thank you so much. This is the flowers and frames pattern that I'm working on this morning. We worked on this all week on the live last week. So instead of making a blanket with the pattern, I decided to make a little pillow. And I got a 16-inch insert off the Zon. And now I'm just stitching the 2 squares that we made last week together as I go around this pillow. I'm using a single crochet join on these, and then I'm going to come back and put a ruffle on it. I think we have to assess and see how it's looking. So let's see. Control Alt Me. Oh, I like that little handle. That's a cute handle. That is a cute handle. Mom, you went swimming yesterday in Florida? What's the weather like down there? Is it like in the 80s, I would imagine? Whole different world down there in Florida. Although I was talking to Shan last night, and she said in Texas their high was going to be 90 yesterday. That's pretty warm, also. Too warm for my likings. Let's put it that way. Hey, Hannah. Good morning. Bonjour. I don't know if I said that right, but welcome in. I know no French, but our friend Hannah is in Paris, so I like to try to be hip and cool that way, if that's even possible. Oh, I do like how that's joining up. Yes, indeed. I do like that. That's looking pretty slick, if I do say so myself. I did it correctly, Jen. Yay. Terry, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, guys, my name is April, and I'm a hobby crocheter. We're working on a little pillow this morning, just joining it. Nice, relaxing day. Last week, we had oodles and oodles of stitch talk. This week's going to be a little more relaxed. So we're going to do this pillow. I'm just joining the two squares together, but this is called the Flowers and Frames. There's Miss Leah. Good morning, friend. This pattern was created by Llamas. It's a blanket pattern. However, it is square. So instead of doing a blanket, what I did is I crocheted two squares. And now what I'm doing is I'm sewing them around this pillow insert with a single crochet. And it's a little bulky in my lap this morning, but that's all we're doing. Just a little single crochet, seeing if we can get these two sides joined up. Leah, thank you so much for the follow, friend. Four Daughters, thank you for the heart me. Michelle, welcome in. Nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you are new to the channel, my name is April, and I'm a hobby crocheter. I come live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings at 7:30 Central, and we do a lot of stitch talk. This morning's a little more relaxed. There's not a lot of stitch talk to be done with a single crochet, but that's all I'm doing is just joining these two halves of the square around my pillow insert. And then, depending on how it looks, I think we might come back and put a little ruffle border around this. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to be determined, right? Dodie, thank you so much for the heart me. And anyhow, it's a beautiful pattern. The mods can share where you can get this pattern, but it is a blanket and it's worked in squares. The pattern calls for 6 squares. Instead of working a blanket, I may come back and do another blanket down the road. We'll see. But for now, we're working on this pillow. So we're getting kind of to the critical point here. And I want to make sure these two corners kind of match up. If I find that one side is kind of a little bit longer than the others, I'm just going to do some adjustment stitches here to kind of get this lined up. I don't lose a lot of sleep over this if it doesn't line up perfect. So as we get closer to the edge here, um, I just try to put my stitches like this. It kind of feels like this side has a little more stitches on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under this side. Instead of going in the next stitch here, I'm just going to go back in that one that we just finished. And that will cause that to align a little better. Same thing here. If you have too many, I kind of will just go back in that stitch. And I'll tell you, nobody is going to be the wiser. It's our little secret. Let's pop out our stitch marker here. Leah, how is girl child doing this morning? Is she any better? I've been thinking about her last night and this morning. She was on my mind. Hope she's feeling a little better this morning. Okay. So we're almost to the corner here. Let's put in one more stitch here and into our corner. Now for the corner, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 stitches in here so we can try and turn this corner and rotate this pillow around. Then we can get started onto this other side. But I think that's pretty good, y'all. We can come back here and attach our border, but I think I'm happy with that, friends. I'm pretty happy with that. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Welcome in. We're sewing together the pillow today, Jennifer. Debbie, good morning. Okay, so let's line up these stitches and we'll carry on onto this second side here. I'm just joining these together with a single crochet. You could also do a slip stitch here if you wanted. Um, Either way would work. I figure if I put the single crochet, it'll give me something to come back if I want to add a ruffle to this and kind of finish it up that way. It's a little big in my lap, y'all, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. But very easy. We're just lining up the stitches on both sides. I'm going under both the front and back loops. So I'm sliding my hook under one side, and then I'm finding the corresponding side on the other side. So I'm going under a total of 4 loops, and I'm just doing a single crochet join on this. Like I said, you could do a slip stitch. A zigzag stitch would look pretty cool on this as well. But I think I might come back with the purple yarn and do a little um, ruffle on this. We're going to see. It might be totally fine just leaving it. I want the center of the pillow really to be the star of the show. The stitches on this are absolutely gorgeous, if you can see those. So what I don't want to do is add a stitch to the side that would take away from the beauty of the pillow itself. So that's why I'm kind of like, we're going to see. It might not need a ruffle on it at all. To be determined. We'll know a little better after we get some of these sides worked up. Um, right now, we're just trying to secure these two halves together. Tomorrow, we're going to be working on corner to corner. I've finished 2 corner to corner blankets now. They're going to go down to my sister-in-law for the NICU. I'm making isolette covers is what I'm working on. But I've recently found the corner to corner stitch. I've never done corner to corner before in all my 40 years of crochet. I just discovered it like a week and a half ago. Busy, this yarn is called, um, what is it called? Lullaby. It's called Lullaby. This is the colorway. The purple is called Cuddles. It's really pretty yarn. But I get this from Mary Max. The mods can pin where you can find this yarn. And then I just paired it with a white yarn that they had. I think the white yarn was called Sunrise, but don't quote me on that. But the purple comes from Mary Max. They have some other colorways as well. Kate, thank you so much. Number 161 of the fan club. Sammy said, this makes me want spring to come. I know we're just getting into fall. It's kind of the wrong color scheme. But what I'm going to do, friends, is I'm going to enter this in the county fair for 2026. I'm already starting to think about my entries. This year we did 9 entries in the county fair. We entered an Afghan, a baby blanket, a cardigan, a baby cardigan, a pillow, a fall trio of pumpkins. That was my holiday decoration. What else did I do? A market tote and a hat and a scarf. So 9 things into the county fair this year. And it's a big night for me here because it's date night. Hubby and I are going to the county fair to see how we did on my crocheting this year. So fingers crossed, maybe we'll see some ribbons again this year. I'll be sure and share with y'all tomorrow on the live how everything went. Look at that little yarn sticking up there. I don't like how that's sticking up. Well, we can come back and maybe try to fix that. What's that little fuzzy? Let's get him out of there. So right now I'm just joining with a single crochet. I made 2 squares. I bought the little insert off of the Zon. It's a 16-inch fluffy insert. It was a 2-pack. So one of them is down at the county fair right now. We did that with the Sunburst Granny Square. It was in the blue colors, if y'all remember that. And so we're going to go down tonight and see how that plays. We might do a little dinner action after the fair. To be determined. Depends on how tired Mr. Wheeler and I are. Yesterday was our anniversary. Mr. Wheeler brought home some beautiful flowers, but we celebrated our 7-year anniversary yesterday. So that's kind of exciting too. Um, very fun. I can't believe it's already been 7 years. Um, Time sure does fly, doesn't it? Sure flies very quickly. I think after we kind of fluff this up, this corner will get a little better. Ooh, I'm digging this, y'all. I'm digging this. Look how pretty. This pattern, y'all, it has such fun textures. Hey, Miss Maggie, good morning. Welcome in. Shan is here. Good morning. Thank you, Joan. Yeah, 7 years. Um, you're telling me Tess just celebrated 30 years in September. Well, congratulations, my friend. 30 years of marriage. Isn't that amazing? Look at those popcorn stitches, guys. Aren't they pretty? This is a popcorn. This is a little puff stitch. It looks like little flowers. Gosh, I'm loving this. I am loving this. I can't wait to get it all stitched together. I don't know if we're going to need a border on this, y'all. I'm kind of liking it without the border. What is everybody feeling on this? You think we need a border? We can always experiment and then take it back out. But I'm kind of feeling like it doesn't even need a border. I think this single crochet join, honestly, might be enough. Thank you, Dana. Cheryl Lynn celebrates, 33 years in February. Wow. A lot of y'all been married a long time. This is my second marriage, mine and Mr. Wheeler's second marriage. I got married, I was 20. I met my ex at 19. So, anyhow, second marriage for both of us. And boy, I'll tell you what, I could not be happier. He takes good care of me, y'all. He puts up with all my yarn nonsense, which is a huge thing for me. He never says a word about all this all this yarn mess I have everybody. He's everywhere. He's keeper, y'all. He's keeper. I think a border will take away from the pattern, right? I kind of been feeling like that too. Kristen says, I like the way you have it. I know. Crazy, right? Dana says 39 years in February. CC 920, 31 years. Deborah, 47 years. Wow. Prettiest pillow you have ever seen. Oh, thank you so much. Isn't it gorgeous? Y'all, this is the flowers and frames pattern. I love this yarn that I chose. I know it feels like spring, but it's going to be good in the county fair next year. I have a good feeling about this one. I think it's a showstopper myself. So I'm really digging it. 37 years, and this Christmas will be our 19th year. Wow. Y'all are throwing up some big numbers there. Um, I'm just thankful Mr. Wheeler appreciates my crochet. Now, don't get me wrong. He doesn't get as excited about it as I do. I get excited about learning a new stitch, learning a new pattern, all the things, right? I show him stuff. I'm like, hey, babe, check this out. Oh, you want to know why I showed him yesterday? Where did I put my little thing? I showed him this one yesterday. I'm like, babe, look at my new square that I made. He's like, oh, yeah, that's pretty, honey. Look at that. Look at that snowflake. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. To be coming. Here's another thing on my Ring of Madness. Look at this one. This is a new square that I made. This one we're going to be working on probably more towards spring and summer. Hey, MJ, good morning. This is called Laser Lights. Isn't it fun? Bright neon colors. All the things. I show Mr. Wheeler these things and he goes, oh, yes, honey, that looks nice. uh, what is this? Is this another tail? Oh my goodness, y'all, I missed another tail to weave in. Hang on. Let's put a stitch marker in here so we don't lose my What in the holy stitch marker, right, Leah? Let's weave in this tail. I don't know how I missed this one. Right? The laser lights. Isn't that fun? That's my little brainchild. I don't know. I invented that a couple weeks ago. It's the wrong time of year to be doing laser lights, but it's going to be coming probably this summer, maybe late spring. Thanks everybody for being here this morning. That's what my hubby says too, right? I think a lot of our hubbies are that way, Jennifer. Hannah said Mr. Wheeler is just like nod and smile. That's right. But it's a two-way street. He gets to talking about axles and tires and uh, transmission transfers and uh, suspension, and I just nod and smile. It's a two-way street, right? Hey, Lori, how are you doing, friend? How are things? You're in Alaska, right, Lori? How are things up in the AK? Is everything getting back situated up there? I know you all. Where's my scissors at? Y'all, I've lost my scissors. Oh, check out my new little cup I got, you guys. Can you read what it says? Can you see it? uh, such a fun cup. I can't help myself when it's crochet gadgets and gizmos. I gotta have all the stuff. I gotta have all the stuff. All right, let's carry on here. We're almost there. We have this is our second side. We've got another side to weave in after this. I got stitch markers everywhere. Hang on, let me put these away before I lose them. I was talking to Leah yesterday, and she said her mom called her and said, "You left some of your stitch markers over here." Funny how that works, right? Those stitch markers, they tend to wander off sometimes. I find them everywhere. uh, a group of ladies are making blankets and hats. We're doing a clothing drive. Oh, Lori, that is so nice. There was what was it? Was it a typhoon? Um, Correct me, Lori. There was a big storm that hit up in Alaska and really did a ton of damage. Oh, Catherine, 37 years. Oh, sorry for your loss, friend. I hope you have some good memories with your hubby. That's an important thing. I'm making memories here with mine. Thank you, Liana. That pillow is divine, isn't it? It's a little scrumptious, right? This, friends, if you're just joining on, this pattern I'm doing is called the Flowers and Frames pattern. And it was created by none other than our good friend Leapin' Llamas. You see her all the time here. She mods for both me and Maggie and some other people. But this is her pattern, and it's a blanket pattern, but I am actually doing it as a pillow. So I made two sides, and we're sewing the two halves together now around the pillow insert. This is a 16-inch insert that I got off of the Zon, and we're just doing a single crochet join to join these two halves together. And I was playing around with the idea of possibly putting a border on this pillow, but I'll tell you what, friends, I think this pillow needs to be borderless. I'm afraid if I was to add more to the edge, like I was originally thinking, I think it would detract from the center stitches and the beauty of the pattern. So as I'm crocheting this along, I'm really feeling like just leave it plain like this. That way, this is really the star of the show with the beautiful popcorns, the puff stitches, all the fun textures. I really feel like if I was to put a border on this, it would kind of take away from that. So I'm feeling like just the single crochet is sufficient. I thought about doing a zigzag on this also, but honestly, I kind of feel like the plain join is perfect for this. I really want all those textures to come through. And when it's sitting there at the county fair next year, I want people to go, wow, look at that pillow. Isn't that pretty? Wouldn't it be nice for like a nursery pillow? Like if you made a blanket that matched in these colors, I think that would be really pretty for like a nursery to like sit in the rocking chair or something, just kind of as an accent. Grain and Butter, thank you so much for the follow. Beautiful color choices. Thank you so much. I get this yarn from Mary Max. The lavender color is called Cuddles, and the yarn is called, I always forget the name, Lullaby. It's called Lullaby. I have a few other colorways as well from Mary Max. Always wait for a sale day. They have some discounted shipping when you guys are doing it. But, I do like their yarn. They have some real nice, colorways and yarns and everything. A simple zigzag border could finish that row of joining stitches too. I know, I thought about doing the zigzag JT, and then I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna do a single crochet." The reason why I opted for the single crochet instead of doing the zigzag, I will talk you through my brain as I was thinking about this. This, pillow, this pattern, it's called the flowers and frames, and the reason why is you have these beautiful flower rows, and then you have these framing rows of and they're really like straight lines, and what my thinking was is if I did another straight line here, it would accent those frames rather than doing a zigzag or even a crab stitch. I just wanted it kind of like straight plain. Is guessing how I would do that. Miffy, I'm not gonna. This is gonna be a permanent pillow cover. Now, our friend Leah, she is working on a sham version of her pattern, which would be removable. But for me, this is like a permanent pillow thingamabobber. You know what I mean? So, I don't have anybody for this particular item, but I'm starting to think about our county fair for 2026. And if y'all are just joining, this is a big day for me because it is county fair day. I've got a date with Mr. Wheeler. Yesterday was our wedding anniversary, and I told him when I took all my stuff to the county fair, I said, "Babe, the fair opens on Tuesday. I'm not going to be able to stand it. We're going to have date night on Tuesday where we go to the county fair and then maybe we could go get some supper afterwards." So we didn't do any fancy dinner last night for our anniversary. But tonight after the county fair, we'll probably get some supper. Now, depending on how tired we are, we might go to the steakhouse here and get a steak and tater, which sounds yummy. But if we're feeling tired, then it might just be the Chinese buffet. It's a great option as well. Fast, convenient, easy, all the things. So we'll just have to see how we're feeling. But I mentioned to my boss, I said, "Hey, boss, it's county fair time. I would love to get off an hour early." Normally, because I work in Arizona, guys, I work until 7 o'clock Alabama time, and that's 5 o'clock in Arizona. But, I already put the bug in my boss's ear. I said, "Hey, I would like to leave early on Tuesday because it's county fair. I wanna go down there." And he said, "Sure, whatever you need, just do it." So, I'll probably work through my lunch today, and I already worked some this morning, before the live. I worked for, like, an hour this morning trying to get ahead on some of my stuff to clear the path for tonight being able to go down and see how we did at the fair. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. How many of the cuddles did you use for the pillow? It took like one and a quarter. Now, the thing is, I say that I took out a lot of the white. See how it's got the white? It has some big stretches of white in there, and I took those out. So you can kind of see here all that white. So if you were to leave the white in, um, it would probably only have taken one skein. But I had two of these skeins, so I wasn't too worried about it. But yeah, isn't that pillow nice? It's really working up nice. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. This is the flowers and frames pattern, guys. Flowers and frames. Hey, Grace. Good morning. Welcome in. Sweet Grace, I love your program that you do there on the Tiki Talkie. Glad to have you here. Jane, thank you so much. Gorgeous pillow, isn't it? Um, I mean, I picked the yarn, y'all, but this pattern itself is what really is the star because of all the fun textures and stitches. Really fun pattern to make. Now, if you missed how we made the pillow or the squares, you can go back and rewatch those over on my YT. My handle is Wheeler 8 Acres. So last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we worked on the flowers and frames square. And we made those. So you can always go back and rewatch. But yeah, Leash said, Leapin' Llamas, you did a great job. Isn't that true, y'all? This pattern, gosh, it's every time I do it, it's more exciting to me. Get that little guy out of there. I just love it more and more. And now that I'm seeing the pillow come together as kind of how I envisioned it, I'm really digging it. I'm really liking it. I think it's going to be a great piece for the county fair next year. So I'm excited. See how my stitches are getting a little off here? We have a few extra on this side versus this side. I don't fret about that too much, guys. I'm not going to frog anything. What I do is I will go into this side. Instead of coming here to the new stitch, I'm just going to go back into the one that I just did with my single crochet. Then I'm going to do one into the next. And then same thing, I'm going to go into this one. Instead of moving to the next stitch here, I'm going to pull back. So I kind of alternate until I can get these more aligned. And nobody will be the wiser on this. So that's how I adjust if my sides are not lining up. I don't lose any sleep. I just kind of fudge it a little bit and it works great. So don't worry if your sides aren't lining up exact. You can always make these little, see this one, I'm going to go back in this one and see how now our corners are lining up better. So this is our very corner here. We've got 1, 2, 3 now as we're headed back out. But you're not going to see that. Nobody's going to know. So that's the little trick that I do. I do this with granny squares too if stuff is not lining up. But here you can't even tell that we did. It kind of pokes it out a little bit here, but as you're looking at the overall product, you're going to not even see that. This yarn is called Lullaby yarn. Lori, Lullaby. I get this from Mary Max. It's a 3-weight yarn. I am using a G6 hook with it. And I just followed Leah's pattern. And instead of making the squares into a blanket, I just sewed 2 squares together around a pillow insert. Very easy. In the corners, I'm going to do a single crochet. Then I'm going to do another single crochet. Then I'm going to start on the next side here, aligning these sides up. And I'm going under both loops. So I go under both loops of this side. Then I hop over here to the other side. So I end up going under 4 loops. The white is called Sunrise, also from Mary Max, Sunrise. But I think they may be discontinuing the Sunrise. But it is really pretty. I don't know if you get. I know there's other colors. I tried to get some more Sunrise the other day, and they were out of stock. But I was glad that I had scooped it up while I could. It's really pretty yarn. So we'll see. I ordered some yarn from Premier to see if I could partner that with it. Um, So we'll see and when that comes how close of a match it is. But either way, I'll find something else to put with it. Erica, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome in. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is April and I'm a hobby crocheter. This morning we're having kind of a relaxed morning. We did a lot of stitch talk last week. I talked through how to make this entire pattern. Um, and you can watch replays of that over on my YT. We are live this morning, both on YT and TikTok. The yarns I'm using this morning, the mods can pin where you can find this yarn, but I get it at Mary Max. And The purple is called Cuddles, and the yarn brand is called Lullaby. The white I also get at Mary Max, and it's called Sunrise. Sunrise. Katsuki, I don't know if I said that right. Welcome in, my friend. Glad to have you here this morning. If you are new to the channel, guys, I do a lot of explaining and teaching of stitches. This morning's a little more relaxed. We're just doing a single crochet join, kind of wrapping up this project. Now, tomorrow we're going to be working on corner to corner, and I'll be teaching corner to corner tomorrow again. We did some teaching of corner to corner, what, 2 weeks ago, I think? Shan, thank you so much for the follow. We have another friend, Shan. How about that? Shan is one of our mods here. You're in great company, my friend. I am almost done, Hillary. I'm almost done. We're on our last side here. So this is how it's looking. Really pretty pillow. So I'm just joining with a single crochet along the edge here, joining our two squares together. And this is going to be permanently around this pillow. So it's not going to be removable, but it's really a pretty pillow. I'm very excited to be wrapping this up. This pattern I used for it is called the Flowers and Frames pattern. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. Lots of fun stitches. You do some bobble stitches, popcorn stitches here. We also did some puff stitches. This would be really pretty if you did green along here for your V stitches and then came back with a beautiful color for the flowers. Um, Really, really pretty. Oh, they're out of stock on the Sunrise. Yeah, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. But, this is just a 3-weight yarn, so you could pair it probably with any 3-weight. This yarn is 100% acrylic, so just find something else, Lori, if you wanted to pair it with some white. I think that would be lovely as well. There's a lot of different options for 3-weight white in baby yarn. Let's pop out this stitch marker. I never know when to stop and get it smaller. It's always so scary. Are you talking about the corner to corner? We're going to do a lot of corner to corner talk tomorrow. So, in 40 years, I had never done a corner to corner blanket. And I learned how to do it like 2 weeks ago. Since then, I have made two baby blankets with the corner to corner. Those are going to go down to the NICU to my sister in law, where she is a NICU nurse. I'm making isolette covers for the NICU. So they have those acrylic, um, I don't know what they're called. They're called isolettes, but they're acrylic where the babies go. And I'm making blankets to go on top. And I'm doing a lot of corner to corner because they work up very easy. So we're going to do corner to corner talk again tomorrow. And I'm going to talk you through how to do those increases and decreases and all that stuff. So hopefully you can join us and we'll be able to explain that to you. We did it a couple weeks ago and it was a very popular live. A lot of people who've been a little intimidated by corner to corner left feeling pretty confident. So it'll definitely be a fun day tomorrow as we talk about corner to corner. I'm not going to actually work on a blanket itself tomorrow. What we're going to do is we're going to work on squares and just kind of talk through the concept of corner to corner and how you know when to make one side longer if you're going to do a rectangle and all that. This is a G6 hook. Um, I'm not sure the millimeters on this, Jules. I know it's not a 5. Can one of the mods help? What is a G6? Is it a 4 I think it's a 4.5, but don't quote me. Do not quote me. 4 millimeter? Thank you, Jen. Some people say it's a 4, some people say it's a 4.5. Second time around, my youngest was a preemie who's 21, and I still have her NICU isolate cover. Oh, that is so cool. That's basically what I'm doing is making the isolate covers. They put the blankets over the top, so it helps to reduce the amount of light that's coming in. And all that. Aniki, I made a G6 sticker because every time I say G6, I sing the song too. I couldn't help myself. Uh, there it is. Leah just shared it like a G6, right? Too fun. Friends, I'm only going to be on for like an hour today. I am going to the county fair later tonight. And so I'm going to cut my live short this morning so I can go down to the county fair with Mr. Wheeler. I want to see how everything did in the county fair. I have 9 entries of my crochet. And so anyhow, we're gonna go down there tonight and see how old Wheeler did at the county fair. But I entered a um, cardigan, a baby cardigan, an Afghan, a baby blanket, a market tote, a hat, and a scarf, and a pumpkin trio. So there was 9 things total. 9 things total. We're just joining with a single crochet today, guys. So very easy stitch as we're finishing up this project. We worked on this on the live all last week. So most of y'all were here for when we worked on this, and we talked through how to do all of these stitches and everything. So this is actually our last stitch here. I'm going to join with a slip stitch. Uh, Actually, I'm not going to join with a slip stitch. I'll tell you how we're going to do this. We're going to make this a nice pretty edge. So let's snip off. We're going to make this a seamless join here. I don't know where my other scissors are at. I'm using the baby scissors, the backup scissors. So once I get my last stitch here, what I'm going to do is I snip off and I'm going to pull my yarn out. I know some of y'all just cringe. That's all right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our darning needle and we're going to put this yarn onto our needle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to join to this very first stitch that we did right here. I slide under both the front and the back loop. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back around and see how our yarn is coming out of the middle of the stitch here. I'm going to slide that right back down in, and we're going to make it look like a finished stitch right there. So this way it matches all the way around and we're not going to have any knots there. Then I'm going to bring this yarn down through my project here to this bottom row right here where we did our corner. And I'm going to weave this tail in around the corner stitches here. As I'm doing this, I'm splitting the fibers. So I'm going to weave this in a bunch of times and get this nice and secure in the corners. And that'll give us a nice finished edge all the way along here so that you're not going to see any knots or tails. This is how I like to finish these projects. I know it takes a little bit of effort to do the needle join, but the look of the stitches is so nice to give it that nice polished look. And since this is going to be in the county fair, we want this to be kind of a showstopper, you know? Okay, so here we go. Let's try to get this back on my needle. I pulled it out accidentally. I wanted to weave it through at least one more time. Okay, so now it's nice and secure in there. Now we can go ahead and snip off. I really wish I had my other scissors. They're probably in my chair somewhere. But let's take out our hook minder. We don't need him anymore. I'll try to take some pictures of this, guys, and maybe make a video. Let's kind of flatten this out a little bit. Put my yarn to the side. So after I'm done with the pillow, I just kind of do some fluffing, and kind of get it to pull out to the corners and get it nice and full. But there is our finished pillow. How about that, y'all? Isn't it pretty? Can you all even see that? I don't know if you can see it. Let me pick up my TikTok phone so that you guys can get the full effect of it. I'm going to lift up my phone here real quick. Let me move these mics a little bit to the side. See if we can see the whole pillow here. So there's our little edge there with our popcorns up there at the top. Really pretty, huh? This is the flowers and frames. I love how the frame really looks so nice on the pillow. Gosh, it turned out good, you all. I'm geeking out over here. Leah, pattern maker, what do y'all think? Gosh, it turned out nice, huh? Look at the pretty center. I love the little puff stitches and the popcorns. Wow, that's pretty. Wow, that is pretty. I know, well done, right? Gosh, it's beautiful. All right, let me put y'all in the cradle here. All right, YouTubers, let me lift y'all up and see if I can show you all the full version of the pillow here as well. It's a little hard when we use two phones to live stream, but we're live both this morning on YT and on TikTok. So, isn't it pretty? Both sides look the same. Gosh, it's nice. I love it. Leah, thank you for writing a beautiful pattern for all of us. My goodness, friend. How about a round of applause for Miss Leah? Right? I mean, it's not often that Wheeler gets a little choked up and speechless. But which screen color matches in real life? YT is more true, Jen. YT is more true to the color. It's like a bright lavender. It's a little more softer on TikTok. Leah, my friend, thank you for making this beautiful pattern for all of us. I can't say enough great things. It's been a pleasure working on this. I've loved all of the stitches. I love how you put them together. I love the frames. I think it would be really cool to do a baby blanket to go with this, honestly. I'm really digging it. It's really, really pretty. Thank you so much. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. You are incredible. What an amazing pattern. Friends, with that, I'm going to sign off. I have to go to work. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to do corner to corner. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being here while I worked on the pillow and finished it up today. Very fun project. I'm very excited about it. And wow, speechless. The textures are so fun too, y'all. Just like feeling the textures is, I wish you could all be here to see it in person. Seriously. Love you all. Thank you so much. I will let you know tomorrow how we did at the county fair. Okay, so be sure and stop by tomorrow so you can hear how we did on our 9 projects. Most of y'all were here for those throughout the year, so I'm very, very excited. Thank you all so much for all of the likes, screen taps, gifts, and a special shout out to all of our subs and super fans. I appreciate you all. Thank you to our YouTube friends that have been here this morning. I hope you all have a terrific Tuesday. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.